Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to be showing you our automated leads and marketing strategy. It's not the only strategy I'll talk about in here, but as you know, I use the marketing strategy, cold market, paying for leads, leads coming through an automated system to accomplish some extraordinary goals in my daily choice. I got the 50K affiliate in my first month. Only a handful of people have done that in the company. And I share that with you because now I'm passing my strategy and everything that I do and have done for years in many businesses, traditional and online and affiliate businesses. And what I applied here to do so well launching My Daily Choice, I'm passing it on to you, and I'm even generating the leads for you, and I'm even enrolling your prospects for you. But that sounds amazing, and it is. And I'm going to share some of that success with you, but I'm also going to share why it can't stop there. You can't have one guy who's really good at marketing and closing and all that stuff, presenting, doing it for you. It's awesome. We can create some massive momentum, but I want you to understand what makes this really powerful. It's also what attracts what I call nines and tens. People who are really influential, people who have large teams already in the industry or a lot of influence in their community. You've got to tap into those markets if you want to grow fast. So I'm going to talk about how this helps you do that as well. We're going to go over the funnel, and I'll show you that, and I'll break it down. And we're going to show you some of the pages of the funnel. But I also want to just kind of kick this off by sharing some of the results that are happening. So we just turn this on again. And here's Aaron comes in and says, and by the way, I didn't cherry pick these guys. These are just what are coming in all the time. And these are just ones I got in the last couple of days. So that's why I had access to them. I just took some screenshots so I could share with you not only that, yeah, it's working, automated signups happen with my funnels, but more importantly, what do I want you to do from there? Because I don't want you guys to have just put money into this and then think that's it, just because I'm signing people up for you. It's not how it works. The business model pays the big money when you participate in the development of your organization. So while I've made this incredibly, almost stupid easy for you to bring people in, there's still something you need to do from there in order for this to develop into large income. Okay, so I want you to understand that. So Aaron writes, hey, Mike, you just sent this to me the other day. I'm going to introduce you to Michelle Steva. She came through round one system. That's the leads that we call them round one, and was an auto sign up. So she signed up on her own. She came as a builder. So she came in at the builder level before, it sounds like before Aaron even communicated to her with this funnel. And then he's doing it right. He's now on top of it, introducing her to me. That's the key. We're going to talk more about that. She's had some experience in network marketing, Aaron continues, but not very successful. Yeah, because most people in this industry aren't being shown what to do by someone who's successful. If you want to be successful, you better work with people who are. Looking to create time and money freedom, FYI, she enrolled as Michelle Harley, and I've had her removed from the lead email with your team. So I just want to point out, like, you got to be on top of it. Like, someone doesn't just sign up and you just wait for me to do it all for you. Like, yeah, they already enrolled. That's awesome. But he needs to do things. He needs to pay attention, and Aaron's doing it. He's on it. He reaches out to me. He lets me know she enrolled, because I can't track all of that. I'm just going to enroll them for you, but I can't track and do a bunch of other things with you and for you, but I can't like manage every little thing that's happening. Most of these people are going to be enrolling without me even being aware of it. So he's doing it right. He lets me know. And then he mentions down here that this means he emailed my team to let my team know to take her off of the pre-enrollee list so I don't keep emailing her. And that's just little things that I'm asking you guys to do to help out, to let my team know, hey, no, someone enrolled, here's their email. Be sure to have Mike stop emailing them because she's already in. Here's someone else. Kat writes me, good morning, Mike. She's somebody who enrolled. Chris is someone who's using our system. Chris emailed me yesterday and said that we will need to chat so that you can help me start making an income because I am level 3. So she came in at Executive Pro before Chris and her really connected. And then Chris let me know, and I said, Chris, reach out to Kat and let her know that we need to all connect, that you need to introduce me. And then Kat's letting me know that, which is cool. I look forward to talking with you. Kat continues. Again, Kat's the person writing me here, letting me know she heard from Chris. This is after she just enrolled at Executive Pro automatically, as the system often does. And then now we're getting everyone involved. Everyone has to come together as a team. I'm watching the videos at every moment, but I'm still not sure what to do with my downline. Do I email them? So she's referring to the people that are falling underneath her from, this strategy, brings a lot of people in underneath people, and that's awesome. It helps them get to an income. Then I wrote, hi, Kat, welcome to the team. You can see I spelled welcome wrong. You don't have to be that bright to be successful in this business, that's for sure. But you do have to follow what the masters do that lead to success. If you can follow simple instructions, guys, this system and my support can just launch you and help you develop a huge organization. I continue to write, Kat, yes, I'd like very much to show you how you can leverage me to build this business and how simple that makes it. My goal is to get you to an income as quickly as possible. Did you get an email or text message from Chris Graham? So remember, Kat's already in. Kat signed up at Executive Pro level from the system, from the automated leads and marketing system I'll be talking about. And this just came in the other day. I just wanted to shoot you guys like an updated recap of what this system's doing and how it works and how you can get involved if you want to. And so that's why I just grabbed some of these screenshots of people that have recently written in the last couple of days because I had them handy because they just came in. And I continued, I asked him, Chris, to reach out to you to help us set up a time. Let me know if you didn't see his message. If you did, schedule with him as I will see his message faster. Because we're already connected on Facebook. All that's going on here, guys, what I want you to understand, I'm trying to help you see that, yeah, people are going to sign up through automation through this system. But then you see how I'm getting Chris involved, who got this sign up. You know, he just threw some money at this thing. You know, now someone's enrolling at Executive Pro. You see how I'm bringing everyone together. You've got to take it that further step. You can't just let me sign people up and let that be the end of it. And here's another one. Jason Idawa wrote in recently. Hey, Mike, here's the text I sent Judy, the person who signed up at Executive Pro. Haven't heard back from her yet. Hi, Judy, this is Jason. I noticed you enrolled. So see, I'm supporting you, not just in getting these automated enrollments like Judy here enrolled at Executive Pro under Jason, but I'm helping you learn how to connect with them so we can get them duplicating the same system and other strategies that I'm going to talk about today to create the real growth and success. So don't just think you're going to come in, throw money at this, see me sign people up for you, because yeah, that will happen in many cases, but you need to then still do something from there. And that's why I'm showing you this. It's really important that you take it to that next step. Hey, Mike, this is Tim, writes, hey, Mike, Carmel Sykes, a pre-enrollee from round 1. So again, the automated leads, signed up as a director, 10 BV. He meant 100 BV, and I clarified, a director is 100 BV, and that's what he meant to write. She also has some experience in network marketing. Carmel scheduled the Zoom for Monday, the 7th at 4 p.m. Your team emailed me today and sent me the link. So see, as people come through the funnel, I'm going to show you the funnel. It all leads, I give you emails to send them, and I'm also emailing them, and it's all funneling them in to schedule a session with me. And they may schedule a Zoom session. In fact, most cases they do that without you even being aware of it. And they come on those Zooms and I can answer their questions and enroll them and stuff. So we still want you to know though that they scheduled the session with me, right? So you can follow up and see how the session went, et cetera, et cetera. And if, you know, see if you can connect them to another Zoom if they have additional questions with me. So my team, what he's saying here is your team emailed me today and sent me the link. My team will literally email you when your prospects schedule a Zoom session with me to let you know the time they scheduled. And they even give you the Zoom link in case you can come join us. You might not be able to always join us in these cases, but you have that option. And you also know when they scheduled so you can follow up. It's pretty powerful, guys. So we're not just generating leads for you. They're not just going through, they're not just giving you the emails and the text messages to send to follow up with. We're not just guiding you through that whole process. We're not just signing them up in many cases for you as they funnel into the system and end up on my Zoom, but my team is even taking the time to notify you of your prospect who's scheduled with me on a Zoom and the time they scheduled, and giving you the Zoom link in case you can show up at that time. If you can't, I'll still be there to do my job, and then you can get involved from there after they signed up. Here, Carolita wrote, this is the other day, hi, Mike. We have a Zoom session today at 4 p.m. Pacific with Aaron. This is a different Aaron than the one I was referring to. He is in Eastern time zone. He came through round 1. Again, those are the automated leads I'm going to be talking about, and was an auto sign up, meaning he signed up without her even talking to him. He also scheduled the Zoom session that we have today on his own. So, you know, from the funnel, he went to the calendar and scheduled the session with me. I emailed your admin and they sent me the Zoom session. So you don't actually have to email my admin. They'll email you and let you know when someone does this, and they'll give you the link and everything. She said, so I can join the session and meet him as well. He came in at Director 100 BV. I sent a welcome email and reminded him of the session today. Are you guys seeing how powerful this is? It's absolutely incredible but I want you to understand really what's going on, because most people who've never had a lot of success in life and business in general, they just don't understand fundamental things, and particularly those who've never had success in this industry. I want to make sure you guys all understand how this system is not only allowing me to help you generate auto signups, but also and get a lot of signups by you emailing them and sending follow-up text messages that I give you. But even when they sign up, I want you to understand how that takes us to the next level. This is a system that leads ones, this should just say leads ones and twos to the nines and tens. And I want to talk about what we mean by that, because success comes by being around those of influence. It doesn't come from building a team of those with no influence. This is so important. And no automated system is going to correct that. I can set up an automated system and sign up all these people for you. But nothing is going to happen if they don't have leadership beyond that. And that if we don't help them get nines and tens in their organization, true leaders, then nothing really is going to change. So watch how we take it one step further beyond just automating leads and help you climb the leader and influence scale by attracting those who are leaders and influential themselves. And understand this, let's break down what this scale means. 1, 2, and 3 is people of little influence. In other words, they ask people to show up somewhere, people probably won't. If that's you, don't feel bad. This is going to be an opportunity for you to grow in your leadership and influence. So 4, 5s, and 6s, a little bit more influence, a little bit more leadership skills. They ask people to do something, they're going to be more likely to see them do it, but still it's not easy for them to build the business. 7s, 8s, 9s, now you're starting to get into people, when they enroll, they might have some questions and need a little support, but as you get towards the 8s and 9s, they come in and you don't really hear from them much. You support them a little bit and they just take off because they have so much influence and usually experience in life and business at in an influential position. And there's just some fundamental things that such people understand that allow them to build very quickly with an opportunity like this, and any opportunity for that matter that they choose to take part in. Influence is influence. And so as you move up the scale and you get to 10, someone comes in as a 10, and that's somebody who's going to make you very, very wealthy because they're able to build a business very, very quickly. I don't know where someone may put me. This is just to give us context. But, I came in and with very little support whatsoever, I was able to get to 50K affiliate, 50,000 in volume my first month. That's going to be a life-changing situation when you enroll somebody like that. So what my point is, beyond just automating signups, I'm going to show you how this taps you in to those of influence. It's so important because it's not what you know, but who you know. And I got that from Robert Hollis, who I work with just about daily in this company. He's the highest paid individual in the company, aside from Jenna Zweigel, who's wife of the owner. And so he's taught me a great deal since I joined him. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But I do want to go over the marketing funnel that automates the signups. And again, I'm pulling this from 20 some years of experience in marketing. A lot of you might not know my background. In 2007, I had my first $1 million day. In 2003, we had our first $1 million month. And then in 2007, the holy grail, in the online marketing world is bringing in $1 million in sales in 24 hours. And we did that in 2007. And that pretty much put me on the map. And that's when we were doing the attraction marketing stuff. And you still see network marketers using attraction marketing methods. The challenge with that is it really distracts your team and people end up just being affiliates. There are some cases where people go on to build a business, but you see less loyalty and less stability with those leading with that. But nonetheless, I didn't know that back then. In 2007, I was deeply entrenched in the attraction marketing world and did very, very well. I went on to teach others attraction marketing funnels, and then left the network marketing industry for many years, built my own traditional companies, had a lot of 7- and 8-figure years. So I'm bringing all that experience to this. And when I launched, and I've enrolled well over 600 people, more than half of them at Executive Pro, a big number of them at Director, hundreds and hundreds of people at those levels. Even in my first month, 227 enrollments. I did it with this knowledge. So I'm going to go over this with you so you understand the funnel, but just understand you don't have to create the funnel. When I first set this up early in the year, I would teach people how to create the funnel. It's just no matter how simple you make that, it was too challenging. Understand now, you don't even have to create your own funnel. It's all there. It already exists. We restructured it so you don't have to create your own funnel anymore. I was also teaching people how to generate their own leads. And while we still have a really sophisticated program that does that, I suggest you just let me right now, because this opportunity is so timely. I just decided to start generating leads for you. So the same leads that I was generating for myself to get all those enrollments, I'm now letting you guys just plug in and have access to the same leads. I just add you into a rotator. And in fact, let me show you the rotator really quick. So everybody has access to this. This is something free that My Daily Choice just gives us, but I'm able to just market one link, and then those that are in the rotator rotate through. So you know, you would be in here somewhere. So those who participate in this leads program, you basically purchase hits per cycle. I call them shares. You might get 1, 2, or 3 or more. And we'll talk more about that. $100 equals 1 share. So if you put in $100, you get 1 share. This isn't actually the rotator for the ads. This is a different rotator. So in the actual rotator for the ads, we have some people that have as many as 60 shares. Most people have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shares, something like that. And the way it works is that when someone clicks on the ad, they'll land on your lead capture page. And if you have 1 hit in the cycle, then it moves on to the next person in line. If you had 5 hits in the cycle because you put in $500, it would give you 5 hits before it would move on to the next person in line. And it goes all the way down until it goes through everybody, and then it circles back to the top. And so we're able to give everyone a proportionate number of hits to their lead capture page from the advertising that we're doing. That's, you know, proportionate to the amount of money that they put in, so it's fair. And so it's pretty cool. So the rotator allows us to do that, and I'll come back to make it more clear, like how you participate, what it costs, what you can expect, and all these kinds of things in a little bit. Well, let's look more closely at the funnel itself. So here's one of the ads. This is the one that we're running now. Just to understand, we could run a different one in the future. We're going to be testing them all the time. That's what Robin, Lynn, and I do. Robin Lynn started partnering with me in 2012, and since then we've developed, you know, many 7-figure funnels, many times with many different programs, working together in the funnels and in the presentations and in managing the ads. And so we're just taking that skill that's generated millions of dollars for us and passing it on to helping you generate the same leads we're generating without you having to learn a thing. And so the leads just start falling into your system, your My Daily Choice system. It's really powerful. So right now, you know, here's an ad, one of the ads that we're running. We'll be testing different ones all the time, which is what makes it really effective as you do more and more of them. That'll be something you don't have to do. We're generating those leads for you. And just keep in mind, because they're seeing us in the videos up front, these are really high quality leads. These aren't the kinds of leads that you buy somewhere that see generic advertising and generic messaging. These are people responding to us specifically, the way we communicate and present ourselves. And that is a whole different ballgame compared to leads that you pay for online. So we'll pay a lot more for leads we generate. Leads that you buy out there can be less expensive because they, no matter what they tell you, they often are selling them to multiple people. And again, the biggest challenge with leads you get out there that you don't generate yourself is that they are responding to messaging, to ads that are saying really silly stuff. So they're not good leads. We're generating these with us at the front and with a message that's specific to My Daily Choice. So completely different ball game. You just can't buy leads that good. So, and then when you put into perspective everything else I'm going to show you that we're doing, it's just absolutely insane. Okay, so then after they click on that ad, they're going to a lead capture page. And the one that we're using right now, but this could change, here's the one we're using right now. Okay, and you don't have any control over that. These things are things that we're testing all the time, trying to keep the ad costs down and the results high. And so we're testing these. This is the one at the time of this recording of the video I'm doing right now, but you know, we might be testing different ones in the future. And then they go to pages that, you know, give them really awesome presentation. This is 1 hour and 14 minutes. We don't expect everyone to have to watch that whole thing, but it's amazing how many do. You see a table of contents where we break it down into part 1, creating new income, part 2, how we help you build, part 3, insider's advantage, part 4, compensation plan, part 5, options to join. And so you can click on these links, your prospects can click on these links as they're being driven here through the follow-up emails and just go to that one section. And then you're also seeing Meet Us. They can go to my calendar and they can schedule sessions with me. And so that's what you saw reference to with some of the people that had written in on Facebook message and email that I was showing you earlier. Your prospects are literally going through this process, scheduling with me before perhaps you even realize it, and purchasing and upgrading all through automation. And then there's all these other pages, sum it up in 7 minutes, that emails that we give to you and emails that I may send out to them are referring them into. And so there's actually different versions for different purposes. Like, for example, sometimes we might email them into the Sum It Up in 7 Minutes video, where it sums up the entire comprehensive review in 7 minutes. And then underneath it, it has all these videos, like back to the full review and the calendar to schedule with me, and straight to the join options video that reviews their options to join and the advantages, the pros and cons of their different options to join. And there's also a Sum It Up in 7 Minutes video, though, that doesn't have those buttons and has a slightly different close on it. So not to distract them. So after someone's further in the process, like maybe they've been on your email list, they'd opted in like a month ago or a month and a half ago, we teach you to send them to this one instead, because they might just be ready to sign up instead of them seeing those other buttons or getting lost in the full review. So it's really detailed. There's also these pages that that sum up different aspects, highlight different aspects that are shorter, like this one's 3 minutes long, where I just sum up the new hires that our CEO has done that are really impressive. Where he's hired people that have taken companies to billion-dollar companies before, and he's hired them for our company. And I go through stuff like that, and then it goes back, to the full comprehensive review. So that gives us the ability to give you emails, and we give you emails that you can send out that link into these different sections. And you don't have to think about all this. You just send out the emails to the leads we're generating for you, and it's sending them into all these different sections of the compensation plan. Of the funnel, the comprehensive review, the 7-minute summary, the different parts of the comprehensive review. It's really, really, really detailed. So one other thing I wanted to show you, if I can find it, I don't appear to have it up. So I'm going to go back. I'm actually going to go back here and show you from here. So let's look at that funnel from this perspective. So there's the ad, right? Different ones we're testing all the time. The ad goes to your My Daily Choice lead capture page because you're in the rotator. You get a proportionate fair share based on what you put in. It just rotates through. And then they opt into the lead capture page and have access to the My Daily Choice videos from Josh Swagel, which leads them to enrolling. Now they'll start getting the My Daily Choice emails, automated emails that will also be going out, informing them of what's happening, of maybe pre-enrollees that are falling underneath them from the marketing that you're doing and that your team is doing. Now they're also going to be able to get my emails if you give me your leads emails. Now you might not want to do that, but all I'm doing is emailing them to attend my Zooms. I'm sending them to my calendar, and I'm sending them verbiage that I can't give you because it's written from personal experience. It's written in my voice. It's more candid. And I found it to be often really, really effective at getting people to take action because I'm able to speak in the present, reference something that happened today, reference a conversation I just had with a prospect today, and it's in my voice. So it can be really powerful. Now, if you don't want to give me your leads emails, you have that option. I just won't email them, but it will be more effective if I'm able to email them in my voice. Now, in addition to that, we're giving you emails. We're giving you a number of emails. We're adding more all the time that you send to your leads. And you send the first email on the first day, you send the second email later that same day, then you wait a day and it tells you all this, and you send the third email, and that's linking them into all those different pages I was showing you and many more, that you don't have to even think about. Just sends them into all these different things that we've created in presentations to break down why this opportunity is so powerful. So you continue with the follow-up sequence. I also give you manual broadcast emails that you can send out when certain events are happening. For example, let's say someone signs up as an executive pro in your group. I give you an email to send to your pre-enrollees to say, hey, look, someone just signed up at executive pro. This is really big news. You want to enroll before Thursday. So those things are based on events. And the sequence is just something you send out based on the day. You don't have to think very much about it. You send the emails out. The links go where they should in the funnel. It presents to them. It's really, really powerful. Now, one thing you might be wondering, I'm going to come back to this in a second. One thing you might be wondering is, how do we know they're your lead when they sign up? Well, if you come here you're going to see that all the pages lead to join options right here. In fact, let's go back to the comprehensive review. They all lead to join options. This one, it's in step 5, but that's what it's constantly leading into, is for them to sign up, and it goes over their join options. When they do that and they go to lock in my spot, they have to enter their email to continue. And if they became a pre-enrollee with you, which they would have if they came in as a lead, they have to go through that step first, where they opted into your My Daily Choice lead capture page. Then when they come here and they enter their email, the system already knows they're yours. So when they log back in and they sign up, like our videos show them to do, it's going to automatically be connected to you. So you can't lose them through this system, because the very first step before you ever email them, the very first thing is they become a lead with you in My Daily Choice. And the only way they can sign up is by coming here, entering their email to sign up. And when they do that, there's no other way for them to sign up. When they do that, you'll get credit because they were your pre-enrollee. So I just want to make sure you understood how that works. It makes it really, really powerful. It's what allows us to do a lot of this, is marrying our system and our presentations and funnel with My Daily Choices system, where they just go into that lock in my spot location, that My Daily Choice site that I just showed you, enter their email, and they're automatically tied to you. It really frees us up to be able to sign a lot of people up for you and to automate a lot of this. Okay, so all these emails are sending, as I said, this is just showing you, they're sending your prospects into videos. They're sending them into that funnel I was showing you. And then down here, if you look in the lower right, it says lock in my spot and enroll. That's what I was just showing you. So it's all leading there. It's all funneling them to go to lockinmyspot.com, enter their email, and enroll. And we have presentations that walk them through that. And all those emails I give you and the emails I'm sending out are funneling them right there. In addition to the calendar, scheduling a session with me, etc. Okay, so let me come back to what the most important part of all this is. And that is that this system's, it's awesome that it's automated. It's awesome that I'm helping you, get to an income by automating a lot of this. But what makes it really powerful, that's so important to understand, is you're partnering with 1s and 2s to build with the 9s and 10s. So I want to make sure you understand how that works. Okay, to understand how that works, you have to understand all 3 of the methods that you get to choose from to build here. So the first one there says the Connect Rainmaker strategy. The second one you see is the Facebook Messenger strategy. And the third one is the automated leads and marketing strategy we're talking about today, and that I'm going to help you plug into if that's what you want to do. So I'll end with that. For those of you that are just here because you're ready to go and you want to plug into it, I'll show you what to do that. But I want to make sure you understand what in the heck this is all about. And that's why I'm presenting it to you this way. Making sure you understand how this doesn't just help you get automated signups, but as I was earlier discussing, how you need to be involved even after they sign up, introduce them to me in Facebook Messenger, et cetera, et cetera. You need to be involved is the point, or nothing's going to happen. I won't even know they're out there. And then most important for you to understand the other 2 options, the Connector Rainmaker strategy and the Facebook Messenger strategy, that many of the people that we enroll through this system are going to end up doing as well, which is what makes this so powerful and allows us to find the 9s and 10s, the people that have a lot of influence. I'm just going to stop right here and talk about what I mean. When I first started in this company, I got a 50K affiliate my first month. It's awesome. I did extraordinarily well in this company financially in the first 6 months. Absolutely incredible. But when I saw what Robert Hollis, who's the top, other than Jenna Zweigel, who's the owner, or the wife of the owner, other than her, he's the top earner in the company. And he had all these people making extraordinary incomes. And so I was like, Robert, what are you doing? It's like, I keep it really, really simple. He says, I don't do what works, I do what duplicates. I do what other people can do. And see, at that time, my marketing method would require people to learn how to do advertising, to learn, and I would give them the copy and stuff, but there was all this technical stuff. And I made it really simple in comparison to, anywhere else I had seen, but it still was a delay. And so he was having people do such simple stuff, like the Connector Rainmaker strategy and the Facebook Messenger strategy, that it just took off. And, he's just making, insane incomes. Now in his career, I can share with you, he's made $56 million in his career. And in this company, other than Jenna, he's the top earner in the company, extraordinary levels of income. And so we want to listen to a master like that, right? So I made an adjustment 8 weeks ago from the time that I'm recording this. I made an adjustment about 8 weeks ago it was. And it continued with my marketing strategy, but now employed his connector rainmaker strategy and Facebook Messenger strategy. And these are the kinds of things that happened. One of the people in my group in that short of a time, in the last 8 weeks, connects us up with somebody who opens up companies into Mexico, Central America, South America, has taken previous companies, from 1 million a month plus business volume. That wouldn't have happened if all I was doing was the automated part. Somebody reached out to him on LinkedIn. Fraser Lee reached out to him on LinkedIn because we started the connector rainmaker strategy, which I'll clarify what that is in a minute. I just want you to understand how powerful it is. Nina, I've talked a lot about Nina, amazing woman. She knows a lot of doctors, business owners, people who have businesses of their own. She just recently enrolled an oncologist at a cancer treatment center. She has those relationships. If all we were doing was the automated leads and marketing strategy, that wouldn't have happened. It's a real, and just think of the impact that has, the positive impact on those people and where that can lead. I'll give you a couple more examples. Mark Seamus recently, all this happened the last few weeks, recently enrolled Wendy and Kurt Cardone, or is it Cardone? They have a tremendous experience, an amazing power couple, tremendous experience in the network marketing industry, and highly influential, high integrity, 8-figure earners, career earners. They would have not found us if all we were doing was the automated leads and marketing strategy. And I could go on and on. 3 different individuals that are unrelated in my organization have introduced us to professional athletes. I mean, high caliber athletes who are interested in taking part in all this. So none of these kinds of things would have happened. And I could go on and on. I mean, people that have very influential positions in their careers, but because of what's happened with the pandemic are now open, and they know a lot of people and they're very influential. They know a lot of other influential people. These kinds of people would have never found us through the marketing strategy. They're not filling in lead capture forms ordinarily. A lot of them are working 80-hour weeks. And while you might look at somebody like that and think, oh, they don't have time, those are actually the people that are the most motivated and capable. People of very, very influential positions. And yeah, they're very busy because they're high achievers. And those are the kinds of people this system allows us to tap into. How? Well, because as leads are coming in and as people are enrolling, the very first question we ask is, who are the most successful people you know? And people start to realize as we share with them exactly how to approach it indirectly. You don't go promoting to those people. You don't go promoting and pitching to those influential people, but you ask if they can take a quick look at this to assess it, because if they did, they'd think of some people that we can help. So there's a powerful way to approach it that we teach you, where you're not directly promoting to those influential people, and it's working, guys. All I'm going to say is it's highly effective, and it's actually the shortcut. Yes, the automated leads and marketing strategy I'm talking about today and that you're going to plug into is really powerful. I kind of think of it like lighter fluid. If you've ever put a barbecue together, you spray some lighter fluid on there, and it gets it going. You start enrolling a lot of people. But because we're plugging them into really powerful, lasting, sustainable methods like the rainmaker strategy, having them connect us to some of the most influential people they know, and that's being duplicated, we're tapping into something that you just can't reach with automated marketing alone. That's what makes us so powerful, and I want you to understand that coming into this. Also, there's the Facebook Messenger strategy we're plugging people into. Robert Hollis, Jenna Zweigel, the 2 highest earners in the company, they both built it with people completely that they did not know, reaching out to people on Facebook Messenger. Robert teaches that strategy phenomenally well. So the Connect Rainmaker strategy and the Facebook Messenger strategy are completely free. They're highly duplicatable, and they're really, really powerful because it allows us to reach an unlimited audience. The automated leads and marketing strategy is really powerful because I'm generating leads for you. They're going through an automated system. They're meeting me in Zooms. I can have up to 999 people on those Zooms. I keep those Zooms to 15 minutes so I can do thousands of people in a day, every day, and have it only take a couple hours of my time. It's highly scalable, and I can bring in a lot of people for you, but it still relies on me. If that's all we ever did, this would be a weak organization. Could we help people create a lot of income really fast? Sure. Awesome. But if that's all we did and we didn't teach the Facebook Messenger strategy, which is free and highly duplicatable, and the Connect Rainmaker strategy, and having people who come in put us in touch with some of the most influential, successful people they know, then we wouldn't have that massive growth that would go far beyond what you can do with just online marketing alone. And so by connecting these worlds together, we have something absolutely phenomenal. I just want to mention all of this is something I learned as of 8 months ago, or sorry, 8 weeks ago from the time that I'm recording, just 2 months ago, working with Robert Hollis. If you go to businessforhome.org and you go to look at the highest paid earners in the history of all time in the industry, you'll see Robert here just moved from number 13 to 12 with 56 million he's made in his career. He's a master. And so I was, being that I'm a master at online marketing and have made, high well over, 8 figures in my career. I don't know exactly where it lands, but, I've had some 8-figure years, a lot of 7-figure years. Being that I'm a master at online marketing and automation, by teaming up with Robert, it was easy for me by working so closely with somebody, to pick up the concepts and to immediately realize, if we integrate the speed of growth methods that I have and being able to automate lead generation and signups for people that I can bring, but we connect that to the genius of Robert Hollis's simplicity and duplication with free methods that tap into influencers, now we can really do something amazing. And that's what we're doing. So if you want to take part in it, I just want you to understand that, while I'm not going to force you to do the Connector Rainmaker strategy and the Facebook Messenger strategy, I strongly encourage you to use the automated leads and marketing strategy supplementally, and to really champion the full thing, the full process of, Connector Rainmaker strategy. If not you, to make sure that that message continues with your group that are coming in, and the Facebook Messenger strategy, because those don't rely on me. So while I can help you create fast growth, absolutely, momentum, let's make sure we're employing what the masters teach that reach the insane incomes, so that we're building an organization that doesn't rely entirely on me. Does that make sense? So if you want to participate in this and start getting it and get added to the rotation and start having leads, just automatically appearing in your My Daily Choice site that we created, that Robin and I created. So they're not generic leads. They're not leads that are responding to some generic message that are sold to lots of different people, but they're just ones that we created. We're not marking it up. It's at cost, the same leads we're generating for ourselves. We don't charge you anything for it. So to get in, you put in $100, and then you get 1 share, which is a hit per cycle. You put in $200, you get 2 hits per cycle. You put in $300, you get 3 hits per cycle, or 3 shares. You put in $1,000, you get 1,000. You get 10 shares or 10 hits per cycle. Remember, I showed you earlier, that means that it will, if you had 1 share, it would hit your page, your lead capture page, and then rotate to the next person in line. If you had 5 shares and had put in $500, it means you would, when someone clicks on the ad and clicks on the link, and they go to the lead capture page to fill out the lead capture page, if you had 5 shares, because you put in $500, it would hit your page with 1 prospect, then another, then another, then another, 5 times before rotating to the next person in line. This is how we make sure that everyone gets a disproportionate, fair, fair amount of hits to your page. Remember, and by the way, I don't know if everyone knows this, this is only for those who enrolled at the Executive Pro level. If you did not come in at the Executive Pro level and you want to participate in this, contact your upline, and we'll see what we can figure out for you. But you need to, what you need to purchase or do to participate. You need to be at Executive Pro level to participate in this. It's assumed that if you can't be at Executive Pro level yet, if you can't afford that, you shouldn't be paying with advertising. You should be using one of the free methods to build your business, the Facebook Messenger strategy or the Connector Rainmaker strategy. And I'm going to say again, even if you're doing this, if you're an executive pro and you're going to take part in this automated leads and marketing program where we're doing all this for you, I still encourage you to use it as a supplemental method and still be looking at one of those other methods also to build proactively as well on top of that. Unless you can afford, a really high number of hits per cycle, like 20 hits per cycle, like $2,000 or something like that, you should be using this supplementally, not to build your entire business. So important to understand that. And I also want to add, even if you do 20 shares, I would still recommend that you do some proactive stuff so you can lead by example with those other methods that don't rely entirely on me, so that you understand the full, the full package, the connector rainmaker strategy and the Facebook Messenger strategy. But again, this is a powerful way to get it launched. If you're just starting out, I really encourage you to start out with something small, like just one share, like $100, or if $300 isn't too much money for you, start with something small so you can manage your expectations. Because I can't guarantee any results. And when I go over the terms in the agreement, you're going to see just how clear I need to make that. I cannot guarantee anything out of these leads. While I fully expect and anticipate that they'll continue to do really, really well, there are so many variables that can impact that. For example, I could be running an ad to a certain audience set and it's doing really, really good and it's giving us a good price. And then some competitor comes into that same set, throws a bunch of money at it for a few weeks and totally messes up our metrics. It's just the way it is. Now, sometimes I'll pause the ads when that happens. Sometimes we'll wait. Sometimes we'll slow it down. And I'll update you on all of that. We increase and decrease the lead flow all the time based on what's happening. Holidays can change that. But, there's just no way to guarantee it. Now, at the time of this recording, I can tell you that leads are $3.60 a lead, which is really, really inexpensive. I don't expect it to stay that low. I'm going to tell you that right now. I just don't expect them to stay that low. I'm going to try to keep them under $7 a lead, which is still really, really good for a lead that you're getting that's responding to us and our message and specifically my daily choice. But realize I can't guarantee any specific result. This is organic, real leads, just like what I created for myself. We're adding you into the rotation and we're not charging you anything for it. And we're doing all these additional things that I talked about, me being on the Zooms to enroll them, my team letting you know who's scheduled, that's your lead, and what time they scheduled for so you can follow up. I mean, all of these hands-on things that we're doing, it's absolutely incredible. It's not just giving you leads at no cost, at no markup. It's also all these additional things to help you build a business, because this is what I'm good at. So I'm passing it on to my team to help you guys get to an income. So you send emails we give you. So again, we give you the emails, you send those out. The presentations are by Robin and I. You don't have to set up the funnel. You don't have to do the presentations. Robin and I used to have you guys do that, or the people that joined us. It's just too hard for most people. So we do it all for you. We set it up differently. So it's so much easier. You're going to see, a lot of you are going to see auto enrollments. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but we see them all the time, every day. Many of those people are going to be scheduling sessions with me. My team will notify you as they do. I can also email your leads to increase conversions, as I talked about. You'll just have to send me the addresses of the leads coming in, and I can do that. Just don't send me email addresses of anyone that came in through other ways. I just want the ones who came in from here, because these are much higher quality leads. And just remember, what makes this powerful. What makes this powerful is, on the left side you see YouTube and this picture of the funnel, one of the funnel videos. That's powerful. The things that I've described today are powerful, but it's the fact that we're connecting it to the Rainmaker strategy that's making this super powerful. Like I said, some examples, it's putting us in touch and will allow us through the people who come in to your organization through this method. It allows us to find the 9s and 10s, which is key. And to see people build massive organizations in your team. It may have started and been spurred on for the marketing method, but because we're doing that extra commitment and understanding of what really makes this business powerful is what makes this so effective. So with all that said, I'm now going to go look at, I'm going to read you the agreement. If you want to participate in this, it's so important you understand I'm not guaranteeing any results with this, because we're not charging anything for all of this effort and helping you build this, and anything can happen. So while at the time of this recording, leads are $3.60 average, I don't expect that to hold up as we scale up. And there'll be times where we'll have more competition. And so, you know, while my aim is to keep it at $7 or less a lead, it could even go above that. You can always ask what's the average cost per lead at the time, you know, you're getting involved. But I will just say, if you don't know much about marketing and if you think leads are supposed to be $1 a piece because someone told you that, like quality leads are what you want, not just cheap leads. These are really good leads for the price. It's a whole different ball game. Here's what the agreement says. And if you want the agreement, you'll have to sign it. You'll have to scan it and sign it and send it to us before you pay and before you participate. If you're interested, email our team. I'll give you their address in a minute and ask for a link to the agreement. You are entering into a binding agreement with Predictable System LLC, often referred to as we in this agreement. You're not agreeing to a recurring payment. So you could just, you know, test this once. You could throw $100 at it, $300 at it, and test it, which I recommend you start pretty low so you can get used to it. And then you'll know what it is and how many more you want to do to get bigger results. If you agree to the terms outlined below, please print and sign this document, then scan and email it back to support@predictable-system.com before, okay, so this date needs to change. Don't worry about the date. I'm reading one that might not pertain to you. The one you get will be worded slightly different here. By signing this agreement, you acknowledge that you agree to and understand, one, we are not profiting or marking up the price for these leads. We're delivering them at cost and therefore there are no refunds. In addition, due to the administrative costs required to provide refunds, there are no refunds whatsoever, even if you change your mind after purchasing. Guys, we just don't want you to do this. We're not trying to get you to do this. We're doing a huge service here, right? I just want to make sure you understand, don't participate in this if you're not going to want to participate in it, okay? Once you pay for leads to be delivered, you must wait until they are delivered and cannot request a refund regardless of the length of time needed for us to deliver them. And the reason for that is because we just don't know what's going to happen. If I see really bad results, which can happen every once in a while in marketing, I'm going to slow it way down, you know? So you got to understand that's part of this. You know, you're participating in me generating leads and the funnel and the automated sign-up process, just as I did for myself. It's the exact same world. If this is an issue for you, you agree not to participate. Number two, that you're agreeing that while we have tested these lead sources and expect to generate leads, there is no guarantee you receive any leads. Number three, like it is what it is. It's real world stuff. Number three, leads are delivered at cost. So while we have shared what the cost per lead has been so far, you understand this can change and the cost per lead could be any amount, just as when we are advertising for ourselves. You're just going into the rotation of the same ads and methods we've used for ourselves, guys. Okay, number four, we may pause a campaign if we don't like the price per lead or for any other reason, so we can make adjustments to the funnel or ads. We will update you as this happens. We will then resume the ads at our discretion until all of the funds contributed by the group are spent. Number five, so, you know, that's, you know, we basically just run this until the budget that has been collected by those in the rotator is used up. And because we're able to give you a proportionate number of shares or hits per cycle based on what amount of money you put in, once we've spent the total budget, that's how we know everyone got what they were supposed to. Number five, this is not a recurring payment. You're charged once for the amount you want to participate with. We will start a new campaign and collect new funds once the first campaign and funds has completed. Number six, for every $100 you pay for these leads, you receive 1 hit per cycle in the traffic rotation. So you receive a proportionate number of hits to your MDC lead capture page based on how many increments of $100 you paid to participate. And I'm repeating a little bit, guys, but it's because I want to make sure you guys really understand all of this. For example, if you pay $100 to get 1 hit per cycle in rotation, if you pay $100, you get 1 hit per cycle. If you pay $3,000, you get 30 hits per cycle, 30 times more hits. Number seven, you should be proactive about working these leads, including texting, locating them on social media as we have shown, and employing any other methods we share to create a connection with these leads. In addition to emailing them content we have given to you or that you create. Please print and hand sign this agreement, then scan and email to support@predictable-system.com to participate. How many hits per cycle do you want to participate with in this round? Indicate any number between 1 and 30. If you select 1, you are committing $100 for, I think you get the idea. You can read this when you get it. That's basically everything I wanted you to know. You're going to print your name, you're going to sign, you're going to date it, and then you're going to scan it and email it here if you want to participate. Extremely important that I know that everyone understands what we're doing. Obviously, I'm very confident in what we're doing. This is what I've done for a living for a long, long time, and we've had tremendous results and success in the company through the cold market, through automated funnels. We're going to continue doing this until we just don't want to anymore, you know, and there'll be a point in time where I won't. And that's why it's so important that I'm teaching you, you know, to build in the rainmaker strategy. Now, I'm going to be working with the leads that come in for you. You know, when people enroll, I'm going to be the one saying, hey, who are some of the most successful people you know? So you're not on your own when you get the enrollments, but I do want you to make sure that I know that someone enrolled, introduce them to me on Facebook Messenger, and, you know, be there to answer questions you can answer, and then bring them to me with questions that you can't answer. I would be the one to work the referrals coming in through their system and the rainmaker strategy, obviously. And I'd be, you know, we've got a system set up to plug them into learning the Facebook Messenger strategy. So there's not a whole lot of skill required for you to be able to duplicate with this, but there's still the responsibility, right? If someone comes in, you need to make sure you let me know, and you need to make sure that you're there to support them. And I fully expect as your organization's growing, you're going to want to take on more and more responsibility as your income goes up. But initially, I'm meeting with everyone coming in, and, you know, they're going to be able to work with me and bring me the best people they know. You're not going to have to be responsible for doing presentations and connecting with those people. I would like you to attend most of the Zooms. Now, if you're at work or something, I'll still show up to a Zoom with your downline, the new team member that came in or the people they referred. But as much as you can, obviously you want to be involved so you can carry the torch as your income starts to grow. So if you agree to all of that, go ahead and email our team. The address is support@predictable-system.com, not systems, system. Support@predictable-system.com, and ask them for a link to the updated agreement so that the date's correct, and then follow the instructions there. And then our team will let you know where to send payment. Once you've signed and sent the agreement, they'll let you know that, and you can participate in the next round. All right, guys, it is working extraordinarily well, but I don't want anyone doing this that's not 100% on board. So that's why we have this agreement. All right, guys, we'll see you soon, and have fun out there.